I'm going down the road. My Ford starting to get an attitude like my, let's just call it my ex BMW. Yeah, my check engine light just popped on, and I don't think that the Ford remembers when the BMWs were around. But you know where they're at now? They're not here. And if my Ford is going to start acting like them, guess where it's going to end up? Because, you know what? I just recently been thinking, like, my Ford, this truck may just be my forever truck, maybe. But it's been very difficult for me to mentally get to that point, because I'm a Chevy girl, right? Yeah, I got a Chevy tag on the front of my truck, but it still doesn't. I still feel like I really need that old school Chevy truck. But I can have two trucks. You know, they serve different purposes. So I was really feeling like this might be my forever 350 truck. You know, but if it's gonna start doing this, you know, we're at 119,000 miles. So this is like the time where you start feeling like you met your soulmate. I don't know if we're gonna take it there, but I'll give you that. And you're starting to think, well, maybe I should propose. Maybe I should, you know, maybe it's my forever, you know. And you're like, should I? I gotta make sure I commit to this, you know, because I'm not trying to F around and find out after, you know what I'm saying? So this is that time at 119,000 miles. You really need to figure out, okay, am I going to keep you, or are we going to sell you off to the highest bidder? You know, because I'm kind of like that person when I'm so loyal. I just, you know, I choose loyalty over everything, and it's like, stop doing that. That's not gonna get you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, loyalty, but if they're not reciprocating that, then you just need to adios amigos. You know what I'm saying? So with my truck, throwing on my check engine light. Okay. The thing I will say I do like about the truck though is there's so much room to work on it. Like, I could pretty much sit anywhere, like kind of inside the engine bay, left side, right side, front side, and I don't need to jack it up. I can just crawl right under there and do what I gotta do. Like, the accessibility is amazing. You know, sometimes you could say, well, I like this vehicle because, you know, the parts aren't that expensive, or you know, it's got a good rep for longevity and good motor, good transmission, all this kind of stuff. You could say all this stuff, right? But when that little thing does break down, or that part does break down, and you can't get to that daggum thing, I don't care if the part was free. I don't care if you paid $5 for that part. If you can't get in there, or it takes you have to take the freaking, you know, the body panels, the bumper, the freaking headlights, the freaking radiator out the way, the top end of the motor, just to get to a daggum, you know, light bulb. Hey, I like the accessibility. So, you know, things, you got to do maintenance. I understand you got to do maintenance, but, you know, if this thing starts lighting up like a Christmas tree, like the BMWs did, I ain't holding that. I'm done with that. I'm done. I'm not sitting here staying attached to nothing. No more. You don't want to act right, you can get on. I don't need you in my life. I need peace. I need peace. I need reciprocation. I know I talk crap about Fords a lot. So in return, I expect a little bit of pushback. I expect a little bit of resistance. But I'm getting to the point where, you know, we're bonding. We just have to get to the point where it has enough power and I have enough experience to do donuts in it when I need to. And once we get to that point, that's like level 2. We're kind of in level 2 right now. You know, we're getting things going. So I'm happy with our progress. We're bonding. But don't start acting like the BMW, because that was such a traumatic part of my life. I still got love for him, but you know, it's like toxic. It's toxic. You want to get involved with a BMW, it's gonna be toxic. I'm just telling you, it will be very passionate. It will be very up and down. You'll have the time of your life, and then it's just gonna rip your heart right out. And then you're going to get it fixed, and then you're going to be back on track, and everything's going to be great. It's going to be back and forth. So, yeah, okay. I can't say that I really have that. I haven't really had that with any other car, you know, so I still got that love for my BMW. But, you know, actually, that V12... that V12 Aston Martin, it's not that I have that car, obviously, but you know, that might, I don't know, that might be, I'm not looking for that next toxic situation. I'm not, but you know, you still want to have that. You still want, you're like, I'm not a mediocre person. You know, I'm either all in or I'm all out with everything. So, you know, right now, me and my truck, we're good. We're still learning each other. Still learning what, you know, what works, what don't work. But we got to get this check engine light figured out. And I love you. Like, I've got to the point where I can love. You got to learn. You can love, but you can also love from a distance. And you can, you know, there's several different types of love. So you can love one way and then have love in another way. So I do love my truck. I really do. And it's, you know, the trauma in me is what's made it difficult to really be able to fully say that with it being a Ford. I still get that I want to throw up feeling a little bit when I say it. It's kind of like you get heartbroken. A lot of times you don't want to ever experience love again, right? And then you meet somebody and you kind of start to have feelings for them, and it's like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know, you know. And then if you ever say the L word again, it's kind of like you kind of want to just, did I really say that? Oh my God. So yeah, it's been like that. Anyway, check engine light is on, so here we go again. I was kind of waiting for that to happen. I think I really might just need to change my pullbacks. Might just need to do a little maintenance. You know, I might be getting a little ahead of myself. Might just need a little maintenance. You know, I'm very supportive, so whatever you need, we'll try to work it out. But if you get too crazy on me, like if I catch you down the street picking up a bunch of hoes, and you bye. I'm sorry. All right, I gotta get to work. Love you.